Hello, Artful Manifestors. Thank you for joining me for today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, a timeless reading for all zodiac signs. I want to let you know that I'm giving away a free personalized tarot reading, and all you have to do to qualify is like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and type "Be the Light" in the comments below. And I'll be announcing the winner on September 2nd, 2024. All right, to choose your reading, you can just choose from one of these cards or crystals. For the first reading, we have Hearts of Bustin, along with Fossilized Coral. And for the second reading, we have Toadstool, along with Chrysocolla Malachite. And for the third reading, we have Monkey Ball, along with fossilized wood. Let your intuition guide you. Whichever image and or crystal you're most drawn to is probably the reading meant for you. Of course, you're always welcome to listen to 2 or even all 3 of the readings, as there may be additional messages for you there. You'll find a link to all the readings in the description box below. Hello, reading number 1. You chose the Fossilized Coral, which is a very calm stone. It's a healing stone, and it helps you to let go of the past. You also chose Hearts of Bustin, and it says removal of obstacles, catharsis. This is card number 8, and 8 is the number of cycles. We think of the infinity symbol. It's also the number of abundance. So we'll see how these energies fold into the rest of your reading. See what Spirit wants you to know right now. What message? Oh, okay, that one just flew out. We have House. All right. So perhaps you have been wanting a new house, or you have had issues with the house that you live in, wanting to make repairs or remodel. All right, let's get some more information. It could be symbolic also. And I do list all the cards that I use in the description box below. If I have a link where you can find them, I'll include that as well. All right, we have Tend. Maintain, encouragement, guidance. Yeah, so again, it could be maintenance around the house, like something that needs to be fixed. Maybe you need to get your roof fixed and you call the insurance company, but the insurance company says that, the date that you reported the damage doesn't match the damage that was there. So then you have to call again and make another claim with the earlier date, something like that, where you have this kind of delay, and I'm only saying that because Hearts of Bustin helps you to overcome obstacles. And again, it could be symbolic. Let's keep going and get some more information. All right. Oh, 2 came out. Okay. We have the Weasel and Pine, introspection. That's Agnes moving around. You can see her on Instagram. The Coyote and Datura, deceit. Okay, interesting. Because these 2 came out together, introspection, which is looking within, and deceit, to me, what that means is you are you're deceiving yourself in some way. So now this could be, you don't believe that you're capable of doing something. There's some deceit within. It's like those that inner dialogue that we have. There's something in there that's false, like a false belief or a false thinking pattern. And this could perhaps be the obstacle. And as I mentioned, the house could be symbolic. When you dream of a house, when you're asleep and you dream, and if you dream of a house, it is believed that it is either your mind or your body. So it could have to do with you now that we see this introspection and deceit. Let's get some tarot cards and see what other messages we can get. All right, very interesting. What message do you have? Okay, wow, that flew out. Judgment. And, it came out on the maintenance card. Tooting your own horn comes to mind, but it did come out upright, so that's good. But I feel like you're refining your judgment, refining your ability to discern reality from fantasy. All right, let's keep going. The Hanged Man. Yeah, you're being advised to change your perspective on something. So this obstacle that you have may not be an obstacle at all. It may be that you have this false belief about a situation and you feel like you can't do it, but there actually is a way that you could do it. Let's keep going. Let's see what other information we can get. All right. We have the Three of Swords, which is something painful. Maybe your false belief is that you have to suffer. Like no pain, no gain, or just the belief that, you have to work really hard in order to get something. The Five of Cups. Feeling disappointed about something, but also turning your back on something. So it's like you have this obstacle, whatever it is, and there is a solution, but you've turned your back on it. It's that whole deceit. Like you don't believe that way is a legitimate way, a viable way to achieve your goal. The Devil. Yeah, the Devil is all about these false beliefs. The Nine of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so it's something that, it's stressing you out. This situation. What I'm hearing is breathe. Just breathe. Take a deep breath. Breathe. Look at this from another angle. Let's get some more cards. All right, this one jumped. The Knight of Swords. All right. So the Knight of Swords, we see she's cutting, right? She's clearing away these fogs, the clouds. It's like there's something clouding your judgment, right? About something. I never read what this said before. It says, I write, a right is worth, I need a magnifying glass. One. All right, it says, a right is worth the cost. I never read those words before because they're so tiny. All right, but there's something that's going to help you cut to the truth, which is really going to lift your spirit. It's going to lighten you. Let's get another card. Oh, okay. 3 of Wands. Expand your horizons. Look to new horizons. We see our higher up, which again, this is a different perspective, right? And the Fool, beginning something new. All right, I feel like these cards right here are your obstacle. You have the 3 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, the Devil, the 9 of Wands. So it's like you're, you know, with the Devil, sometimes we feel trapped, entrapped. And here, you know, we see suffering, disappointment. The 9 of Wands is like, again, it's that ego, you know, the subconscious mind working against us, that subconscious mind playing tricks on us. And so, yeah, you even see this web here, like you're caught in this web. And Spirit is, you know, with introspection, judgment, and the Hanged Man, Spirit is asking you to really, you know, question what these beliefs are. I keep going back to the house being symbolic of the mind. If you dream of a house, it's like each room, you know, it's symbolic of you. It's like each room is a different aspect of you. And then we have maintenance, encouragement, and guidance. So again, it's like within ourselves, we have these different thoughts that come from different aspects of ourselves. Some of those thoughts are, you know, from the inner child or the inner critic, a nurturer, a protector, these different aspects. And perhaps with the 9 of Wands, the inner critic is too loud right now. You're giving it, it's taking up too much space in this house. And maybe the inner child isn't given enough space, or the nurturer isn't given enough space, because we do have encouragement and guidance, your counselor, your higher self. And so you're being asked to really stop and reflect and shift your perspective. Summon up that part of you, that higher self, that spiritual child within you for your guidance. You're definitely meant to overcome whatever this obstacle is. And with the Knight of Wands, this is swift action, but it's also like, you know, it has a lot of energy. It's like this sudden idea. It just carries you away from all of this. You know, just taking some time to stop and analyze logic instead of using emotion, using logic in this situation to understand all of this. And then you're just going to have this understanding. You are on the brink of an expansion with this Three of Wands. And we see you rising up above all of this suffering, rising up. Now you're up here. You can really see clearly, and you're starting a new path. I love that. I want to draw just one more card for you, reading number 1. This one was falling out. Tree wisdom. All right, let's see what this says. The tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. All right, so of course, and you know, pine tree was really standing out to me in that card. Spending time in nature and listening to music, listening to sounds of birds. This will help facilitate this introspection, this meditation, this revelation. And you know, pine trees are a symbol of rebirth. And remember I mentioned that fossilized coral helps you to let go of the past. And these voices that I was talking about, these thoughts, this inner critic, those come from our life experiences, our past, things that people say to us, and then later we repeat them to ourselves. But I see you, literally, you're on the brink of this breakthrough, of shifting that and letting go of that voice and giving more space. They just show me you like kicking that inner critic outside. So you literally can do that. You know, when you catch yourself in that place where you start to allow the inner critic, you know, a platform to speak to you, visualize them externalized like another person in the room, and then tell them to go outside and give space to a more nurturing aspect of yourself. I see that you're going to do this, and it's really just going to lift you up, and you're going to start this whole new path. You have this rebirth. Love that. Reading number 1, my heart goes out to you. I am wishing you the best. Please let me know how this resonates. I love to hear the connections that you make. And you're always welcome to reach out to me through my website. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, reading number 2. Welcome. You chose the Chrysocolla Malachite, which is a protective stone and a nourishing stone, because it's two stones combined, Chrysocolla and Malachite. It's soothing, calming, rejuvenating, regenerating, transforming. It helps to inspire you. It increases your vitality, your motivation. It's very healing, creative energy. Very nice crystal there. And you chose Toadstool. Self-discovery and awakening. So already I'm getting a lot of energy from this reading. All right, let's get some cards. So we're going to start with these. I was so excited when I saw those toadstools because I'm using this little fairy deck today, or fairy tale deck. And if you're ever interested in the cards that I use, I do list them all below in the description box, and if I have a link where you can find them, I'll include that as well. All right, we have snake. And you know what's catching my eye right away is the fact that toadstools, you know, there's so many different kinds of fungi, mushrooms, toadstools. Some are very good for us to eat, some are psychedelic, and some are poisonous. And then we see with the snake, you know, this venomous snake, poison again. But of course, I think this is a mongoose. The mongoose is able to defeat that snake. And I think that they are even, you know, they have a tolerance to this venom, I believe. All right, let's get some more cards and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Very interesting. What does Spirit want reading number 2 to know? All right. Basil, prosperity, luck, and love. All right, I'm liking that. What does Spirit want reading number 2 to know? Oh, okay. The trout and lily of the valley, purification. I'm also hearing, you know, a little of something can be medicine, but too much of something can be poison. So again, you know, you could use a little bit of something to purify you, but too much of it could be toxic. All right, let's get one of these. I feel like you have a lot going on. Reading number 2. Okay. Temptation. Okay, this came out yesterday. Interesting. And look at the snake. All right. I'll read you what it says, but just know not necessarily all the words apply. It says, are you in denial about an unhealthy habit? Perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. All right, you know, I'm already getting so much from your reading, but let's get some tarot cards just to be sure. See if we can get some confirmation. All right, we have the King of Pentacles. All right. The Knight of Wands. The Three of Swords. The King of Pentacles again. Wow. Okay, we do have prosperity, luck, and love. This is a unique deck that it has some of the cards are repeated, but in male and female form. And you can either take them out or you can use both cards. I like to use both. And look, you got, this has actually never happened. You have both King of Pentacles. This is definitely a prosperous time for you. The Six of Swords. All right. The Hierophant. I meant to grab one, but I grabbed two. Okay, the Hermit and the Chariot. Wow, okay. All right, so up here, I feel like there's two different messages. We have the snake, which this is a mongoose. It's from the story Rikki Tikki Tavi. And he does defeat the snake. So there could be some situation or some person that is deceiving you. But the very next card is Basil, prosperity, luck, and love. Luck is going to be on your side. Even if, you know, this person or this situation seems like it's a betrayal, it's going to work out in your favor. You have Toadstool, self-discovery and awakening. But, you know, toadstools, again, there's something about your, along with the Chrysocolla Malachite, there's something about your creativity that's, you're going to know how to make this situation work out for you. So I feel this Three of Swords could be this snake card. And then you have temptation and purification. So I feel like this temptation and purification is like cleaning something, right? I don't know. I mean, the fact that you have two snakes, this could be the same situation or same person. But with purification, I see you removing that from your life. It could be a separate thing, but because they're both snakes, it does seem like they're connected. So this could literally be a temptation of, you know, a substance like sugar or some other substance that you are now ridding yourself of. I'm just still so amazed that you got two King of Pentacles. All right, so you have the Knight of Wands, right? You're just jumping through with ease. This Ring of Fire. And this thing happens, right? Whatever this is, the Three of Swords, the snake, this thing happens. But then look, the very next cards, you have Basil, Prosperity, Luck, and King of Pentacles. So it's like it didn't really, you somehow with your creativity were able to make the, not only make the best of it or survive it, but actually turn it into a positive. And the Six of Swords is you leaving troubled waters behind. The Hierophant is, I love this particular depiction of the Hierophant. It's like you're learning something, right? I feel like both of these figures are symbolic of you. It's like this is your inner wisdom, your higher self, and this is your inner child. I'm hearing the word reparenting, but you are, whatever this situation is, it's just another experience, another lesson that you've learned, and now you're taking this wisdom forward. And you have the resilience and the strength to do this alone. I love that she's fishing with a light. You're learning how to balance your thoughts. I even feel that this temptation and this snake, this deceit could, for some of you, be, it's almost like reading number one, like this thought within you, this belief about yourself or others that's that's not completely clear. It's like clouded. And I see you just, you're getting past this. You're having this way to turn it around creatively and make this situation work for you. It's like somebody who has a struggle with something, so they invent something to help with that issue, and then they become famous and wealthy because of their invention. But if they hadn't had that struggle, they wouldn't have made that invention. It's that kind of energy. I mean, you start with the King of Pentacles, and then you have King of Pentacles again. And, you know, look at the star here and the anchor here. You're learning to discern these energies, whether they're external or internal. You're learning to discern these energies, and you've learned your lesson, right? You've learned your lesson. You have that in your toolbox, and now in this card, there isn't an anchor. You're not being held down or held back. You're fishing with light. It's like you've raised your vibration. You understand the law of attraction, and now you're fishing with light. I love that. And then the Chariot, which is overcoming obstacles and success. I love that. Absolutely love it. Reading number 2, please let me know how this resonates. It's so curious with these two King of Pentacles. Just know that if something has recently happened, you're going to figure out a way to make it work in your favor. Yeah, and it's going to actually be even better than it was before. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, reading number 3. You chose the fossilized wood, which is a very grounding, earthy kind of energy. It also is great for enhancing your spiritual growth, your spiritual understanding, your spiritual awakening. It's a very calming, soothing stone. And you also chose monkey ball. It says here weight and rigidity, and this card is all about staying relevant, evolving, growing, continuing to expand your personal growth as life expands and flows. So let's see how these energies combine with the rest of the cards to bring you a message. I do list all the cards that I use in the description box below, so if that's something that you're interested in, you can find it there. And if I have a link where you can find those cards, I'll include that as well. All right, we have Scythe. So cutting away something. Cutting away those things that you've already outgrown. Yeah, that seems to go along perfectly with the energy of that card. And it's a 10, so something's coming to an end. It's like you've been in this lesson and you've learned it. You've taken everything from it that you need, and now it's time to move on. All right, let's get some more cards. What does Spirit want reading number 3 to know? What message does Spirit have for 3? Okay, watering can, asking for help, sharing burdens. Okay. Let's get something from this deck. What does Spirit want reading number 3 to know? All right. The Finch and Peach romance. Okay. Very interesting combination here. Let's get some more cards. The dog got very excited about this romance card. So if that's something that you're looking for, it may be entering your life very soon. If not, if you're already in a relationship, then it may be that your relationship is going to be rekindled or taken to the next level. Let's get some more cards. Wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. All right, I love that we have ask for help here, and then we have, call upon your inner fairy wisdom. So it could be, asking for help could be asking another human being, but it could also be a spiritual being that you ask help for. Let's get some more cards and see what other messages Spirit has for you today. Reading number 3. What message do you have for reading number 3? All right. We have the 9 of Wands. Overcoming the subconscious mind. The 6 of Pentacles, which is balancing energy. You see the scales here on the teapot. And it's interesting, that's coming out under watering can, and it says sharing burdens here. And this card, it comes from a story of a husband who tells his wife that he can do everything she does. And so she agrees, and she goes out into the field to do his work, and he stays at home in the house to do the work that she would normally do. And then he has a series of accidents. She completes all the work that he usually does, but comes home to see that he's had all these accidents, and she has to remedy the situation. So there's definitely, I'm definitely getting this energy of balancing, balancing burdens, balancing chores, balancing energy, some kind of energy exchange, and making sure that, everyone is doing their part. Let's keep going and see. All right, the Queen of Swords. This is, seen from, look, she's up above. She has a good view of everything. The Queen of Swords is making her plan based on what she sees. She's very logical, analytical. She's able to discern the truth, discern the best path using logic. All right, the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is beginning something new. It could be a new, type of work. But it's also, being curious about something. Let's get some more cards. Isn't it interesting that she's looking through this telescope, and he's looking through this magnifying glass? Or maybe that's a she, I don't know. But they're both using something to see better. There's something you need to look at more closely. Interesting. All right, we have the 5 of Wands, which is like cooperation over competition. Yeah. The Knight of Swords. The Two of Pentacles. Look at balancing, right? Balancing energy. You have Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Balancing your finances, balancing your resources, your energy. The Three of Wands. Expanding. Let's see, I feel like we could maybe fit one more card. Perhaps in your relationship, you feel that the division of responsibilities isn't equal. Or perhaps the other person in the relationship feels that way. With the monkey ball, weight, rigidity, remember it's asking you to expand your own skill set, to evolve, to grow. And then you do have the Three of Wands. The Ten of Cups, look at that. Look at this happy couple. You have a rainbow, you have the fish, which is abundance. So whether it is you that feels that there's an imbalance in task, responsibilities, an uneven distribution of responsibility. You know, it's interesting that we have weight here. It's like, you know, two people carrying different weights. But I'm also seeing, like, if one person is physically stronger, then they may carry more weight than the other. And so, again, whether it's you or the other person, you're being asked to look at the situation more closely and discern it and use your wisdom to come up with a creative solution to where you can work together, as opposed to making it feel like a competition. It's not a competition, you're on the same team. And this can relate to any kind of relationship. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, although it could be. This could also be energies within yourself. And so, you know, if you have different aspects of yourself competing with each other, you're coming up with a way to get everybody on board and be on the same team and balance the situation. You're definitely being invited to expand your horizons with this card and this card, to grow, to learn something new. So if it's you that you feel like you're not carrying your share of the weight, then take a closer look at what you do. Write it down. Make a list of all the things that you do in this situation in your life. And vice versa. If you feel that it's the other person that's not carrying their weight, write it down. Make a list. And then focus on what you both bring to the table. Focus on what you're both contributing. I see that you're going to come up with this very wise and clever way to handle this situation and take it from a competition to a collaborative relationship. a collaborative effort and balance the situation. It could even be that you're working on two different things and that you feel like you don't have enough time for one thing because this other thing is taking so much of your time. But again, I find you having that wisdom and that intellect to come up with a creative solution. And in the end, it's all going to work out. We see her light as a feather, flying, swift action, righting the wrong, cutting through any kind of cloudiness. You know, you can almost see a rainbow here to me. I can see it. And then we have the rainbow here. So it's like you're cutting through these cloudy thoughts that are blocking you from seeing this beauty. And you're learning how to balance these energies, and you're expanding your own horizons. You are growing. You're growing. Here she's standing on the building, and here she's taller than the buildings. So I see a lot of growth coming out of this. Remember that the fossilized wood is, good for spiritual growth. So I see a lot of growth coming out of this, which is going to lead to fulfillment. The Ten of Cups is abundance of, this rich experience of life being fulfilled. And I see you staying relevant in whatever your endeavor is. You're upskilling to stay relevant, whether it's technology or learning new tools of the trade. You're somehow going to be expanding and growing. You're looking to the future and finding the best path for this growth. You're nurturing yourself and these energies. Wow, what an amazing message, reading number 3. Please let me know how this resonates. I love to read your comments and the connections that you make between the reading and your own personal life. Of course, you're always welcome to reach out to me via my website for additional guidance. Wishing you the best. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye.